What's going on, golf addicts? It's the Waste Management Phoenix Open 2023. We're the Tour Junkies. I'm DB. I got Pat Perry with me. The best tournament of 2023 so far is here and now with the Waste Management. We are pumped, baby. We're pumped. We're pumped. Can you tell? Can you feel it, Pat?
I could not be more excited right now, DB.
Dude, the field is freaking stacked. I got the Tito's flowing.
Does it feel? It kind of feels to me like this is the real start to golf season.
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah.
Like we got football coming to an end.
Yeah.
There's only one game that it's a good game. I like this game. I like the Eagles and the Chiefs. I think this is a good one. Okay.
Me too.
And we got some good bets props that are out there. Maybe talk about that later on down the line. But look, this is and 18 of the top 20 ranked golfers in the world are here, DB.
Yeah. This is fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. I love this week. I can't wait. We got a great show too.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna do things a little different tonight in the DraftKings show. We're just gonna kind of mix it up a little bit. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna do our 6K draft. We're gonna do that, and then on the betting show, we're gonna talk about some of our favorite, Super Bowl props.
Yeah.
We've got Let 'em Hang predictions coming back. That segment drops at the end of the betting show tonight. And we both are very excited about our Let 'em Hang predictions. I got mine up to 30-1, and it's only it's a two-legger at 30-1, Pat. And I'm looking at it going
30-1.
Yeah, and I thought
mine's at 223-1.
223. Come on, it's get weird, but not like impossible. 223.
I don't even think this is impossible, which is so crazy about it.
That is extremely crazy. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess you're letting yours hang a little lower than mine, but I do feel really good about mine. When I was putting it together, I was like, oh, this is probably going to be like 15 or 18-1, and it was 30. And I was like, yes. So we got that coming. Cool contest we're going to drop tonight, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that, involving the Masters, okay? Presented to you by our friends at Front Nine Coffee. You know what's up, y'all. If you like coffee, if you like golf, if you like us, which most of y'all do. There's a couple people that watch. We know who you are. You don't like us, but that's okay. But if you like coffee and you like golf, you want to support a small business right here in Augusta, Georgia, trying to do big things in the coffee world, and you want fresh roasted coffee delivered, shipped to your door within just a couple of days of ordering it. It's not sitting on the grocery store shelves, getting gassy and nasty. If you want some of that, go to front9coffee.com. That's front, the number 9coffee.com. Promo code TJ10 gets you 10% off your order, and you can use that over and over again to get 10% off your order. We got DB's flavors over there. We got Pat's flavor over there. You can buy one bag of each, see which one you like better. Tell us about it. I'm still the leader in the clubhouse in that category, by the way, but thanks to Front Nine Coffee. If you want to support us, support Front Nine. It's very helpful. We appreciate those folks. They're really good people over there, so they'll take care of you. Pat?
DB?
We'll talk. I guess we'll talk. We can talk. I mean, this is betting related, but how we had a lengthy conversation on the betting show last week. Lengthy conversation.
I was hoping you were going to avoid this.
You said it first. You said, you know what I think, DB? Mm-hmm. I think it could be old guy week. And we started talking about two old guys, Justin Rose and Matt Kuchar. And we had a lengthy discussion, and we both landed on Justin Rose would be the one we would trust more to win. And then at the end, I kind of was like, I don't think I want to do it. And you were like, I kind of like it. Did he show up on your betting card? No.
Nope.
Was he on my betting card? Also no. But a bunch of people in the Nut Hut won money. And I'm thinking people that listened.
Well, we can distinguish a little bit about there's a different, yes, we have our official betting cards, but then on the show, sometimes things happen. And, probably I should have gone back and listened to my conviction on the show about Justin Rose over Matt Kuchar. Because then, for God knows what reason, I decided to put Kuchar on the card and not Rose. Just stupid.
Dude, what the crap? I didn't even think about that. You had Kuchar on the card.
I chose the wrong old guy, the one I didn't even like on the show. Like, what the hell is wrong with me?
Why? I don't understand. Daniel, Aussie DB says the only reason I bet Rose. Thanks, TJ. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what's going on. So anyway, a lot of people, were on Rose. Congratulations. We had some winning tickets in the Nut Hut. Our boy Our boy John Sayer. Did you see his Prize Picks and Underdog week this week by chance?
I did not. I didn't get to go check that out.
Shout out to John Sayer. He drops all of his Prize Picks and Underdog plays in the Prize Picks channel in the Nut Hut. Shares the wealth. And boy, if you tailed old Johnny Sayer this week, you racked up. I saw at least one 20x ticket. I think I saw two 20x tickets. I saw another
Is
one
this
at
for
least.
golf or was this something else?
It was golf. It was mixed sports. You know how he does it. NBA.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there was like a 15 or 20 banger on Underdog. Like he cleaned house this week. So props to him. I saw our boy AK, Alan Klutz, Team DB guy, had him a winning ticket. Had a couple new folks in the hut have winning tickets on Justin Rose. So congrats. We didn't, but congrats. Also, before we get into this week, I have to admit something, Pat. You ready for this?
Yes.
You know what else? You know what else we did really well last week? We freaking crushed the 6K draft. Last week's 6K draft may be the single-handed like greatest 6K draft we've ever done on this show. And we've only been doing it for like
you
a
may
year.
have to recap it for me because I don't even
Okay.
remember.
Walker and Cook both missed the cut. Whatever. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy Walker. After all I said for you.
Yeah.
You totally screwed me. Anyway, go ahead.
But Ryan Armour, T58, Satoshi Kodaira, T29, Ben Martin, T13, and Peter Malnati, T4. Four out of 6 make the cut with a T4.
Pretty sure I had Malnati.
You did have Malnati.
Yeah. And I actually have started, it's like morphing over to me where I'm like, I don't know if I like him. I think he's a good dude, but
he's such a great guy. I know. I was watching his interview and stuff. I was like, golly,
he really is such a great
guy. But okay. I gotta admit something, Pat. Overseas, there was another golf tournament happening. The Saudi International. Oh no, the Saudis golf tournament. Harold Varner was the defending champion. There was a ton of LIV players in the thing. I think Phil and Cam Smith missed the cut. Other than that, LIV guys cleaned house at that tournament. Like cleaned up.
They did.
And one in particular won. And I think he won wire to wire. And it was Abraham Ancer. It was Abraham Ancer. Mm-hmm. And I was wrong. Here we go. IDB was wrong about Abraham Ancer not being a winner. Even though he's already won once on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
I was wrong. It was an impressive field. I think that was an impressive field. That was a heck of a lot stronger field than the Pebble Beach field. I don't know if the World Golf Ranking said it was, but on paper, it was a lot more impressive. So wire-to-wire victory for Abe. I'm wrong. Glad to admit it here on the show. Hope Ben is paying attention. But also, it just makes me think, man, dude, Masters is right around the corner. And I'm just telling you, I think these LIV boys are coming for blood. Like,
I want to bet the hell out of some LIV guys at the Masters.
And not even just the Masters events, but these Asian Tour events, these DP World Tour events that they're getting starts on. Like they are not going there ill prepared. They're going there knowing they got to get some points when they can. And man, I mean, that leaderboard is just littered with LIV guys.
Well, and they're going to have that edge going into the Masters.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't have any other. There's nothing really out there. You know, they've got their tournaments and whatever else, but there's just not a whole lot of energy other than, to me, showing up at the majors and showing out, basically.
Yeah.
And that's where all their energy is going to come from.
Yeah.
And so I think you're going to get that. And I mean, like Usti.
It's going to be time. It's going to be time to, stop being polite and start being real or whatever it was. What was the real world thing back in the day?
Yeah, that's right. Was there a real world theme song?
I don't know. I'll find out. I used to watch
Making Your Way in. No, it wasn't like
nope,
Cheers.
That's Cheers. Very different from real world.
Okay.
Congrats to Jack Latterman in the chat. Bet Rose and Kuchar both when we said that. So that's good.
I'm glad you hit one of those. And
I mean,
I would assume you had profit if you bet just those two guys.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into this before we do YouTube comment of the night. All right. Curious about this one. You know, it's February. Some of you folks, so we got a lot of listeners that live in the cold, which is weird. We got a lot of listeners live in the cold. We can't get any listeners that live in Georgia, Hard to be a prophet in your own hometown, but here we are. If you're a listener in the cold, you're ready to get, take the cobwebs off the golf clubs, go play some golf. How many rounds of golf you trying to get in this year? Drop that in the YouTube comments. I'm curious, like, what's the goal? How many rounds? Is it once a week, once a month? What are we thinking? How many you want to get in? Drop that in the YouTube comments. Click the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And congratulations also to Listener League winner AR Higgs. Higgs been a long time. I think he's been a long time nut hutter.
Yeah, he's been in there.
AR
Been in there
Higgs.
a while.
By the way, I got a lot of announcements tonight. I'm full of announcements. This is an exciting announcement. Pat, you don't even know what this is. We have, and make sure I say this right. We have a new addition to the hut, and he's going to provide some value for the people. I'm trying to provide more and more value for the folks, right? The folks over there in the Nut Hut, because it's a valuable community, and that's what we're really doing. Like people, you're not buying the Nut Hut
for helping people.
You're not necessarily buying the Nut Hut for picks. Okay, you are going to get plenty of picks, and they're going to be good. They're going to be bad weeks. My week this week was dog shit. But you're buying it for information, a lot of information. You're buying it for time-saving research that we save you. You're buying it for community, okay? Part of the community is about to change because we're adding a new person to our community, and he's a young guy. I'm excited about him. He's young. He's going to bring a very young flair to the Nut Hut, I believe. He's got tattoos in cool places, like not like stereotypical like tattoo spots, but like not in like weird spaces that I know of. I haven't seen that part, but he's got like a tattoo on like a strange part of his arm. But his name is Blake, and he's a certified PGA teaching professional. He has an Instagram account called Progress Over Perfection. Boy,
I did know about this.
Isn't that what we're all trying to get right there? Is progress over perfection? But it's Blake Kazava. He's in Denver, Colorado, and he is joining the Nut Hut to help people out with their game. So he's going to be able to provide a little bit of instruction stuff for members. We're looking to have members submit videos for Blake. Let him, break down the swing, probably roast him a little bit, because listen, he's a Nut Hut instructor. So he's not just going to give you what you need and like not let you get out of there without roasting you a little bit. He's gonna cook you a little bit and then publicly shame you just a touch.
So he's gonna tear you down, and then he's gonna build you back up.
Yeah, and it's also
I'm okay with that.
Progress, not perfection, Patrick.
Yeah.
Progress, not perfection. So anyway, Blake's going to be a great new addition. He just got in the Discord server today, so don't inundate him. He's learning his way through Discord. He's got a good Instagram channel if you want to give him a follow.
I'll send him something right now.
Oh, are you? If you want to give him a follow, the Instagram handle is, where is it? It's pop_golf. See, this is also why I chose Blake, because he's got a lot of underscores. He knows what's up. pop_golf_instruction_. Okay, so a lot of underscores, but you get it. Okay, just progress over perfection. Look that up. Happy to have Blake rocking it with us in the Nut Hut to give the people some more value. It's just fantastic. All right, let's get into this, Pat. I said we're going to do this a little different. We're just going to kind of have a conversation tonight. We're going to talk. Here's what we're going to do. I am going to give you my cash plays. We're each going to give a guy in here we want to fade in each range. We might talk about who we think the popular plays are going to be. But other than that, like, we're just going to kind of bring up some interesting guys, some names, some thoughts, some questions, maybe some answers, maybe some pontificating. It might get weird. Last week we had Disney fries. So who did I say was Disney fries, by the way? Actually, you know what, Pat, I'm going to do this. I'm going to shock the world. I'm going to admit I'm wrong about something else. You ready for this?
Yeah. No.
By the way, shout out Joe Idoni, Tour Picks, with another outright winner, having Justin Rose on the card. Thank you, Tour Picks. He dropped the card in the Nut Hut a little bit before he went public with it. And when he did, he said, "Let's get weird this week." He tweeted, "Let's get weird this week." I saw the card and I was like, "Oh, you're getting weird. You're definitely getting weird," because he had Justin Rose and he had this guy who I also am going to go ahead and say I was impressed by. He had Denny McCarthy.
Yes.
And I've been talking about Denny McCarthy. Never really. Does he have the wolf content, right? Does he have the dog in him? And I will say this: he didn't win. It was too late. He needed more holes, right? But on Sunday, he made quite the run. Well, he shot a 29 on the front nine on Sunday or 28. Um, it was unbelievable. Like the guy made a killer run. He was out for blood. He was out to close the door, and it just ran out of holes. And Justin Rose just didn't make a mistake. But it did show me a little something
Yeah.
that maybe I've misjudged Denny a little bit.
Do you still worry about his short game? Because I do.
I didn't really see a lot of it. I got to be honest. I didn't
His
watch a
short
lot of.
game, I think, leaves a little bit to be
Really?
desired.
That surprised me because
You
like
know
most of
who's didn't though was Brendan Todd. That
tidy.
mofo was just knocking shit in from all over the damn place. He didn't even have the greatest ball striking round. I'm not looking at the stats, but I bet his ball striking is not near as good as what his scrambling was. It was so crazy.
Normally, guys that putt really well have good short game, like because they have that touch, they got that finesse.
Yeah.
So it would shock me. Maybe Denny just had an off week. I don't know, but may have been wrong. I mean, I got to be honest. I saw the score. I saw what he was doing on Sunday. It made me kind of raise my eyebrows and go like, "Dang, like maybe Denny's tired of nice guys finishing not first. You know, he's not finishing last all the time, but he's definitely not finishing first." So, all right, let's get into this, dude. Incredible field, 9K range, 10K range. Here's what we're talking. John Rahm, soft pricing too this week. Like for Rahm to only be 11K, Rory in the tens, pretty soft. All the way down to Matt Fitzpatrick, who missed the cut at Pebble. Found out late on Wednesday that he was suffering from some sort of an injury that he had. He had a good couple days, I thought, but then he just kind of sucked after that. I don't know.
I don't know. He's an interesting one to think about, but go ahead.
Yeah. Then you got just all the studs in here, right? Like this is wild. This is where it's one of those tournaments, the first tournament of 2023, where you just really have to go, oh crap, I have to decide between some of these. Like in DFS, you can't play even half of these jokers. You probably shouldn't play half of these jokers. You got to get it a little tighter and plant your flags and be okay not rostering some of these guys. So I guess the first thing I'll ask Pat is, give me one guy you're not going to play.
Well, it's very difficult, as you say, because of what we've got here, and we've got obviously such a great field. The first one that I look at though is Victor Hovland. I think it's because I don't like when I'm looking around this range, I really want to play Tom Kim at 9,100 beneath him. I really want to play Patrick Cantlay at 9,500. I think there could be some chalk there, but I don't know. And so Victor Hovland, I just feel like kind of gets squeezed out here. And I even like Sung J M also, the way Sung Jae's been playing. So Victor is going to be the fade here for me.
Okay. He would be one up there that I would be considering fading. I'm with you there, so there's some agreement. I think my fade, this may be a little more risky. I think my fade is Justin Thomas. I said it before the Farmers that I was just wondering if something was a little off with JT. And we talked about the wolf content that I learned about in Banff. And then he goes out to the Farmers and he just kind of underwhelms a little bit for Justin Thomas. He's another T25, which he did at the Century, which is close to last, or I guess it's like maybe back half. Off the tee, not great for his first two starts. He's lost 5 strokes between his first 2 starts of 2023 off the tee. He cannot stop hitting the foul ball, and that is a problem. You can definitely spray it a little bit out. You can be in the rough out here, but you cannot be in the native area, the desert, the rocky cactus stuff. Like you don't want to be here. Don't want to be there at TPC Scottsdale. So I'm worried about the big foul balls, and I'm also worried about the putting. His putting's not been good. His approach play's been inconsistent. Like it's just, to me, it's, I don't know. If I got to pick one up here, it's JT. I know he's got an incredible record here. I didn't go back and look at it today, but it's probably some of the worst ball striking form we've seen JT, arrive to a Waste Management in years. So I think I'll bounce on JT and hope that a lot of people roster him because of the history. I don't know, but that's where I'm going.
Let me tell you something that's interesting that you kind of touched on a little bit, because when I look at this tournament, I do like they're definitely going to be able to score here. But there's some danger around this course as you talked about.
Yeah.
So bogey avoidance is something that I like to look at on, really hard courses or like a major course where there's a lot of trouble off the tee or something like that. Here there's trouble off the tee.
Yeah.
And if you look at the top, let's go down from John Rahm all the way down to Matthew Fitzpatrick. Every single player in that range is inside the top 50 in bogey avoidance, except for two guys. Justin Thomas, who's at
Yep.
101st in the field,
I'm looking at it too.
and Victor Hovland at 81st. And this is over the last 24 rounds. So you could change that however you want to. So two guys right there. It's glaring that they're going to get themselves in trouble based off what they've been doing lately. And it's just not going to bode well for them to, hold any kind of value for where they're priced.
You know what surprised me was Hovland's irons. Like, I looked at last 24 opportunities gained and last 24 approach play, and I mean, he's bad. He's 110th in ops gained and 80th in approach over the last 20 rounds. That surprised me.
Did you see some of the shots he hit around the green though this past week?
Yeah, I mean, some
what the hell? What kind of world are we living in?
Yeah,
just some amazing shots around the green, and he usually sucks.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe he spent so much time trying. I don't know. Maybe he spent so much time trying to get better at that he's lost it somewhere else. But it is weird. I mean, if Victor Hovland's not hitting his irons like freaking dead ass close, you got props. All right. If I was playing cash, if I'm playing a double up, a 50-50, this is the time of year we start to get a lot of new listeners. We start to get people who are, they're moving on from football and they love this tournament. They know it's a wild tournament. So we get a lot of new listeners around this time, which we suggest if you're new to DFS golf, you start in the cash lineup situation. You do some 50-50s, you do some double ups, and just play a nice balanced lineup, get 6 guys through the cut, take your money, build your bankroll, and learn the game. I would recommend starting. I love Max Homa here again. Do I still have butterflies in my tummy from his win at the Farmers? Yes, I'm loving it. But I'm a huge Max Homa guy again this week. Solid performances in the past here at the Waste Management. I just think he's even better. I think he's even better than he was this time last year in 2022. He's even more confident. Finished 14th here last year, 6th in 2020, 26th in 19. Worst finish over the last few years was 2021, where he finished 42nd. I'm just a huge believer in Homa, and I would start the lineup at 9,900 in cash.
Okay, which I don't mind that. I'm big on Patrick Cantlay this week, man. 9,500, so a little savings there. Save you about $400. You look at the stats. Other putting is definitely going to be an issue for him on Bermuda. Yeah.
No. Okay.
You don't like that?
No. I was just making sure. I didn't see that one coming, but okay.
For cash?
Yeah. No, I don't mind it.
I like him in GPPs too, because I don't think he's going to be particularly high owned for some reason. But the guy, I mean, this is a really good fit for his game. He's got a good history here. I say that he's played here once and he's second.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So last year, Cantlay at 9,500, I think is a good cash play.
I mean, what else were we thinking? So we mentioned JT, we mentioned Hovland as kind of guys we're fine to bounce out on. So the question is, come Wednesday night, you're looking at ownership projections, you're evaluating where you can find leverage. I mean, with these names, I'm just fine playing almost any of these other guys. Fitzpatrick worries me still a little bit. I have to be honest. Like, unless we get some report that's a little bit different on Fitzpatrick, he worries me a little bit. Just still with that maybe a lingering injury. He's not on the interview schedule for Tuesday or Wednesday that I saw. But I mean, even before this injury that's popped up, the irons have seemingly been a struggle in his last few events. A couple of one fall event at the CJ Cup, it was just kind of nothing. But then the Century and Pebble last week, the irons are really bad. So I think Fitz would be the only other one. But other than that, like I'll play any combination of these jokers up here. if there's low ownership. Do you have are there any questions like that we need to ask ourselves about any of these guys, Pat? Any interesting names that we need to talk about here? Obviously, Rory Rahm is the big
Yeah.
thing. They've each won four times in their last, or 5 times in their last 8-9 starts. I mean, it's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I think let me see, the implied odds for one of those two to win, if you add it up across most sports books, is anywhere between 21 and a half, 21 and 22%.
Yeah.
So 22% of the time, one of those two is expected to win. So you would think, do I have to have one of those
Oh,
guys
you're
in my
about to
lineup?
talk about some Black Panther cologne or something there.
What? Sex Panther?
Sex Panther.
Black
Sorry.
Panther.
Whatever it's called.
Sex Panther.
The
60% of the time, it works every time.
but Rory to me is the one that's interesting here. I mean, we don't see him typically start on the West Coast like this. Now, he did play here.
Well,
In 20
he already started his year. He just didn't start it over here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
He
on the
just won
PGA Tour, and
yeah.
he finished T13 here in 2021. But typically, we see him start at like the Honda or something like that. I feel like he just doesn't like to go to the West Coast. Maybe he plays in the Century or something in Hawaii, but he's interesting. I think a lot of people are going to obviously going to be choosing between Rahm and Rory up there at the top. For me, I'll probably go Rory just because that's just what I do. But I do think could you see Scheffler just getting left out totally, even though
I
he's a
could.
defending champion, when he's got Finau right below him, Xander,
And
who I
Xander.
really like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scheffler could be the forgotten man, and I don't know if we should do that. I think that might be idiotic.
No, I mean, I love these top 6. From Homa to Rahm, I absolutely love these top 6. Like, I will just gladly take I would probably take the 2 of those that are most low owned, and then I really like Sungjae kinda down at the bottom. I'd rather have Sungjae than Tom. I'm excited about Tom. I think Tom's gonna love this place, Tom Kim. He's gonna love this place. He's gonna eat it up. The young guy, great personality, everybody loves him. He's gonna be like this. He's gonna be last year's Sahith.
Yeah.
People are just gonna love this kid. But first time, like, first experience of the chaos, the zoo, Super Bowl weekend, I think I'd just rather have, like, steady Sungjae, who's making his 4th appearance here, or at least 4th appearance. So, like, I think taking a combination of the 2 lowest owned from Homa up to Rahm and maybe a Sungjae and kinda making that a core up top is probably what I'm leaning. I also, though, hate to miss out on Colin Morikawa because I do think Colin's really good here too.
I agree.
Anyway,
How electric is this week going to be?
it's gonna be so much fun. I love it. I freaking love this week. Like, other than Masters week, because I get it, like, the Players is exciting. We're gonna be at the Players again this year. The Open Championship is fun, right? US Open week's fun. But, like, outside of Masters, when you have the Super Bowl on Sunday night, like, is there anything better than sweating the Waste Management, watching the end of the Waste Management, and then straight into the Super Bowl? This is arguably, like, number 2 best weekend in golf.
I'm going to be so pissed off if I don't have a live bet. Like
Oh, you're not.
outright on
We're not gonna have
Sunday.
a live bet. We're gonna screw it up.
No, I'm not, because I'm gonna bet a stupid bet Saturday night just because I need to have somebody to have action on. So, like, if I have nobody on my betting card going into Sunday that's like even close, I'm gonna do a stupid bet. Go ahead and tell you that right now. I'm gonna put something ridiculous on a guy at plus 300.
Oh, dude, I think, listen, this is probably the most optimal strategy. If you have nothing going into Sunday, like back 9, you just throw something at everything just so you have something. Lose it. Lose money. That's fine. Lose money. There's only one other better weekend in all of golf than this one to lose money and still enjoy it, and still be smiling. It sucks to lose money when you're forced to watch Peter
Or maybe
Malnati
lose less. Like, if you just, like, throw all these bets on Saturday night, drunken bets, Like one of them happens to hit, and then you end up plus $10.
But I'm saying
You'd be
like
happy about it.
I'm saying just bet everything. That way, you know you're going to hit something, even though you're losing
Right, you
money.
just, like, collect everything. It's like you bet
Yeah,
all these things for the Super Bowl too, and then
yeah.
on Monday, you just, like, figure it all out.
Oh, yeah, it's a big net loss, but you had fun on Sunday because it
Yeah,
was such a bit. You don't want to be left out in the cold with nothing on Sunday.
yeah.
So I think we do that. Okay.
Very
Um,
smart. This is very smart
yeah.
stuff here.
Oh, Josh says he'll put $100 on Pat's drunken 300-1 bet Saturday night.
No, I said plus 300, like 3 to 1.
Plus 300. So, yeah, Pat's gonna bet on a lock on Saturday night. He's gonna throw down the gauntlet on a lock.
But if you want me to do a 300 to 1 bet now, Kistler, I
We'll
mean,
be parlaying some stuff.
I can acquiesce to that too.
I can acquiesce. We're, all the Super Bowl bets and all the Super Bowl talk is coming in the betting show. And even if you don't normally listen to the betting show, you need to listen to it because we got some good stuff coming for that. All right, let's get to the 8K range. Before we do, I'm very excited to announce that we have a brand new partnership in 2023 that we're excited about. I think you guys are going to be excited about, and it goes right back to helping us all play better golf. And that's good. That's fun. The golf season's starting, okay? And our friends at Leaderboard, the Leaderboard app, have you covered. In fact, Pat, you just had an experience with Leaderboard. We've been testing it out. We've been talking to these guys. Great company, great bunch of dudes. Tell us about your experience recently.
Well, I love Leaderboard. And yes, you're right. When you're kind of talking to folks and kind of getting to know them, it's like you're dating. So you want to figure out some things about them.
Mm-hmm.
Downloaded the app. It's fantastic. There's so many things you could do with this app. Like, I don't even want to get into all of it because we're going to, we're starting this relationship.
They're with us for the rest of the year.
But one of the things that I love is that you can track, like, your fairways that you're hitting, your greens that you're hitting. And when you do that, I feel like you focus a little bit harder on your game if you're doing it while you're playing. Okay. So you're like, oh, well, I just hit that fairway. I just hit that green. And then you get excited because you get to plug that in and do all that kind of stuff. And then I feel like it just improves your game because how are you going to get, how are you going to get better at anything if you don't know what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right?
Yeah.
And if you don't track it, if you don't do all those things, then it's just not going to work out. But Leaderboard does that for you amongst so many different things, other things that are great.
It's in the App Store, in iOS App Store, coming soon to the Android, Google Play, whatever you people do. I don't know what that is. But it's a beautiful app. It's free. It's very simple. Great news. It also helps facilitate your in-round bets with your buddies, okay? They got stroke play, match play, Nassau, skins. They got all kind of stuff. It syncs with the USGA's Gen app. It's beautiful, okay? Clean, simple UI. There's, again, free. It helps you. It gives you the option to settle in Venmo later. It's a beautiful
really
app.
cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a really fun app. Try it out for your next match or maybe your group game that you're playing every week. Get the app, start building a golf history for yourself and your friends. You can track your friends' app. There's a social element to it. You can track your friends' play on the course. You can even follow me and Pat and track our rounds and our handicap revisions, which should be fun banter in the Nut Hut. So,
Yes,
there we
you
go.
can track me. I will accept your friend request on there.
Yeah.
Do I have to do that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think
Can
you
I
do.
deny?
I think you just follow. But shout out to Leaderboard. We really appreciate them stepping up the rest of the year. They're great company, similar stories to ours, just hardworking guys that are real job developers, software developers that just and scratch golfer that just wanted a better, on the course app experience.
Well,
So they
that
started
part's
building
not
it.
really similar to us.
No. The
Golfers.
similar part is they built it while they were doing their thing, and now they've
What part
gone
of
all
that
in.
is similar to me?
They've now gone all in. Is what I'm saying. None of it's similar to you. All right.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you to Leaderboard. Give them a shot. Like I said, download the app. There's a link in the podcast description and the YouTube description. All right. 8K range, Pat. I got some questions in here. I guess first off, the fade. The fade for me is probably, I bet you could guess. Who's the fade for me?
I think the fade for you is going to be Well, you like narrative, so I feel like there's a part of you that wants to fade Cam Young because he's traveling. He's traveling from Saudi Arabia, and all this travel is too like they're in a propeller jet to get over there. It's going to take them 40 hours. So Cam Young could be one of them because of travel concerns. The other one that I would say would be
Not
Jordan Spieth.
You really missed the boat here. It's Tommy Ladd, because Tommy Ladd
Oh, come on.
is a fraud. Okay, he's a fraud. He won the Ned Bank. Who the is Ned, and why does he have a bank? And who plays at his tournament? Who cares? He is so overrated to me. I'm tired of Tommy Ladd. I like him as a person. I do. I like him. He should not be $8,100 in here. He should be $7,300. He should be in the Matt Kuchar territory.
I
That's
don't
where
know
Tommy.
about this. I need to get some.
100%. He's terrible. He's terrible. I'm not
Fleetwood
buying.
has played well lately.
Huh? What?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
maybe
he
not.
finished 59th in Dubai.
4th at the CJ Cup.
Okay, 4th at the CJ Cup. Congratulations. 53rd the week before that at another no-cut event at the Zozo. I mean, what? I mean, at the Open, sure, windy conditions. What, we're playing in a dome. Like, how many times are you going to read that or hear that this week? You're playing in a dome. This is not the Open Championship with, links golf. This is domey golf. Does he even like this play? How many times has he even played here?
I don't know if he's ever.
No, he
played.
hates. He's never even played. He's never even played here before. That I can, at least not in the last 5 years.
I'm not saying I like Fleetwood. I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here. Like I just wondering why.
Yeah, I get it. I like it. Actually,
I
actually like Cam Young. I do like Cam Young coming over from Dubai.
You don't have a travel narrative this week.
I don't have a travel narrative, and I love the strokes gained off the tee that comes with Cam Young at this golf course. I think gaining strokes off the tee, hitting it long and straight down these fairways, or at least just in the rough, not in the, like I said, the native area stuff, the desert stuff, is going to be a huge advantage for Cam Young. He seems like a pretty level dude, so I don't see him getting like real up or down based on how this, how the crowd's going. His first time out last year finishes T26. He's knocking on the door. Had another runner-up, another one at the Saudi. Got held off by Abe Answer. Freaking A. But I actually like Cam Young. But I have other questions in this range. I'm going to let you throw out some names here first, and then we can start asking ourselves these questions.
You want me to throw out names?
Who's your fade? Who's your fade?
Didn't I say it?
No.
I didn't say it?
No.
This is gonna burn me, DB. Sam Burns. Sam Burns is the fade for me. Look, Sam Burns is not like, what is he doing well besides putting? I know we talked Bermuda Burns and we got Bermuda this week and whatever else, but is he doing anything really that good to warrant playing it? And his history here sucks. I mean,
at least not very consistently. He's not.
No,
I get it.
If you're putting Sam Burns in your lineup, I feel like you're going to be like, you got heartburn immediately. And there
doesn't he just have the name cachet though? Like, he's just got that name where when you see it on Wednesday and it's like Sam Burns 7%. You know what I mean? Like, I could see a lot of guys at 7% and be like, pfft. But you see Sam Burns at 7%, you feel like that's my GPP winner right there. You know what I mean? If you're like picturing in your mind, the sleeves come like this. I don't know what to tell you.
Like when people, like, you're picturing in your mind who's winning this golf tournament, and it's Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, and you're like, you're ready. You're like, you're eating a chicken wing, and you're thinking that you're like, what bets of mine are going to win while I'm eating this chicken wing?
Oh, yeah.
Is Sam Burns? Does he come to your mind at all? Like, do you see Sam Burns holding the trophy?
The thing about Sammy B is I think he can win anywhere, anytime, regardless of form. It just feels like it's there. That's the thing about him. It always feels like it's right there. And it may not. It may be way off, like way, way, way off.
Way off.
But it always feels like he's that talented that it's just right there. You know what I mean? But you're right. He's not been doing a lot of things well. I get it. I get the fade. This is also a course where I don't think like being a good putter is really like
He's gonna
really
have to
done.
do some other
It hasn't
things
really
well.
done you a lot of good. Like this
No.
place is not a putting spot.
And
Anyway,
he just now
that's
he's not playing bad. I mean, he was 11th at the American Express.
he's just not being consistent. He's not been consistent.
I don't know. I just feel like it's not time to play Sam Burns. So and I'm really worried about Jordan Spieth, man.
Is he? That was my question. Is he kind of still broken?
I don't know if he's.
I'll confess,
Is he like?
I big time whiffed on him this week. I ended up playing
Yeah.
a good bit of him in DraftKings, him and Mav. Dude, I had lineups of freaking Ben Martin, Satoshi Kodaira, who else was up there? God, and then I had freaking Spieth and Mav in the lineup. He killed me this week. Is he still broken? A little bit.
I mean, how I don't. Jordan Spieth has different levels of broken.
I think he
It's
is
like
though.
he's the Humpty Dumpty of the golf world. Like
His irons are bad.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty fell off something, and then
Had a
Jordan
great call.
Spieth. There's Jordan Spieth. He's Humpty Dumpty of the egg of the not the egg world. You remember Humpty Dumpty? Was he like an egg?
Okay,
What was Humpty Dumpty?
yeah. Look, dude, this is what's really concerning about Jordan. The most concerning thing about Jordan is all of a sudden, like he can't consistently gain strokes around the green. Like, what is that?
He sucks. Yes, he does.
Okay. Well, that answers that question. You know what else? I have another take. I think I would go out on a limb and say that Tyrrell Hatton he hates this place.
See, I like Hatton this week.
Well, you may like him, but he hates the waste management. That's why he's not been here, mate, in forever. And he's forced to be here because of the elevated status, designated status, whatever. And he's going to hate the drunk co-eds at TPC Scottsdale. He's going to bloody hate it, mate. And he's going to eject, not ejac, but eject Friday. And he might eject Friday. I don't know. I'm out. Tyrrell Hatton, also out. Chris, I know it's a bad English accent, okay? I know. This is well documented. Aussie, I speak Aussie's my second language. It's not the Brits, okay? It all starts running into the Aussie. Just get off me. I don't see you on camera in front of dozens of people, you know, giving an impression. Pat's not doing it, okay?
I'm in front of a camera. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean giving an
doing impressions?
No, I don't like doing impressions. I do enough damage on my own with my own voice. I don't need to talk in other people's voices. I like Hatton this week. Why do you think he would hate this course?
It's not that he hates the course. He hates the event. He came here one
but he
time.
doesn't hate the money.
Explain to me exactly. That's the only reason he's here. Okay, I get it. And that's what you're going to have in some of these designated events. You're going to have guys who are here that otherwise wouldn't have chosen to be here. He came here in 2019, Pat, okay? He finished
Don't you think that Hatton
Hold on. He finishes 15th. Okay? 15th. Now, don't you think if you finish 15th, you come back? You go, "Hey, I could do well at that course." You don't have to be long.
He's worldwide though. He's got things going on that could in the schedule.
I finished T15. Why would you not come back? I tell you why you don't want to come back. Because you don't want to deal with the tomfoolery that goes on at the waste management.
Is he wait, what year did he finish 15th?
2019.
Okay, so that wasn't a Super Bowl year where they play. Like I was like, maybe he likes coming when they have the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's actually good. When's the last time somebody in the chat?
Because I feel like they have it in Arizona all the damn time.
Yeah, they do. When's the last time the Super Bowl was in Phoenix area, Scottsdale, whatever area? Put that. Help us out. Anyway, who else do we like in here?
Where are we again?
You're in the AK range. I think
So what are we gonna do? Here's my questions, because I had questions.
Okay.
You've been leading this whole thing, and I wanna talk about some guys.
Okay.
There's 2 people in here that I think are interesting. What are
Mhm.
we gonna do? Because you already mentioned one of them, which is Terrell Hatton. So that would have been third. What are we doing with Taylor Montgomery, and what are we doing with Sahith? Because those are 2 guys that I really
Mhm.
like this week.
I'm
Taylor
out.
and Sahith.
I'm out on Sahith. I'm in on Taylor.
Why are you out on Sahith? I mean, that's a question I need to answered right now.
I I don't I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that we're gonna see some I think we're gonna see some regression from his performance last year, obviously, with I mean, he finished freaking 4th or whatever it was, so likely. But off the tee, he worries me big time. I mean, that is the worry. He's 124th in this field in the last 36 rounds off the tee. Terrible. Terrible. He sprays
Mhm.
the ball. Now, obviously, he didn't do that last year, but I just he's so dependent on his short game. 119th in fairways gained over the last 24 rounds. Like, I just worry about the driver. I think that he could get, especially in like a really public, like less expensive contest on in DraftKings. He's probably going to be pretty popular. Taylor Montgomery's probably also going to be popular, but I'm buying Taylor Montgomery. The UNLV Las Vegas guy, desert golf. He wants it. Bring it. Come on, just keep bringing it. I, he's just such a freaking good putter. I don't care if putting matters or it doesn't matter. He's going to gain a butt ton of strokes on the putting surfaces. He's 13th in this field off the tee last 36 rounds. He's crushing it off the tee. You just need the irons to do something. I'd rather have Taylor Montgomery. So I'm not going to play Sahith. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. Well, I like Sahith this week. I agree with I think your assessment is right. You worry a little bit with the way he is off the tee, but he obviously played well here last year. So, um, maybe something clicks again. But I still like Taylor Montgomery too. It's hard when you look at these guys in here.
I can't
I
believe
love
you didn't say anything about Fowler.
He's in this range. I forgot he was even in this range.
He's AK
I
on
think
the
I'm gonna
money.
save him for the betting show because I got a lot to talk
We gotta
about.
hurry. We're going late here. We gotta.
Yeah.
This is the problem with just talking about anything and anybody. All right, let's move to the 7K range. Before we do that, we have our Masters contest. Let's give the Masters contest. We've got a multi-piece Masters contest. We'll be dripping out. Okay, I'll make it real simple for you. We're buying some people some merch at the pro shop at the Masters this year. We are going to buy it for you. If you win one of these, we're going to get in touch with you, get your size. You're going to have a little wish list you'll send to us like we're Santa Claus. We'll get what we can. We'll ship it to you. It won't cost you a damn thing. Okay? Masters. All right. The first way to enter, this is the top prize. $500. $500 for one of these winners. Let me make sure I get this right. Oh, yeah. All you have to do is go to either Apple or Spotify or both. Leave a 5-star review and write a review. If you do not write a review, you are not going to get selected. Okay. One person that leaves an Apple and or Spotify review is going to get $500. We're going to go shopping for you at the Masters Pro Shop during Masters Week. That's an awesome contest. Go do it right now. Okay. If you have from now until Masters, or maybe like the week before. All right, so let's get to the 7K range, Pat. We got to make this snappy.
We'll make it snappy.
People in the chat are saying I'm hating on a lot of people, so let's not talk fades. Let's just talk. By the way, cash in the 8K, Taylor Montgomery for me all day long. Cash in the 7K, I got 2 names I'll give you, and these are also just 2 names I love. But I think one's maybe both will be popular. JT Poston checks all the boxes right now. The form, the history. Like, I just think he could win this thing. He could win this thing. Like, I love JT Poston this week. Brian Harmon, another one, 7,400. I'd play either one of those guys in cash. Love them both. What do you think?
Yeah, I like both of them. I had JT Poston written down as a cash play, so there's agreement there. Harmon always scares me, but it's hard to argue with when you're looking at the stats and his history here and everything else. So,
okay. What about questions you have? I have a lot of questions in here. I'm gonna have to narrow this down here.
Okay, I got questions.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
What are we gonna do? There's two folks that I really think are interesting here. I'm gonna leave Siwoo Kim to you because I feel
Okay.
like maybe you're gonna talk about Siwoo.
I have nothing on Siwoo other than I'm very intrigued right now. I like him. Right now,
Here's
it's a go.
okay. Here's who I really like. I like KH Lee, and I really like Keegan Bradley.
Oh
And
my
I
god.
want to be talking. I want somebody
Oh
to
my
talk
god.
me off the ledge for Keegan Bradley. Like,
I
let
won't
me.
do it.
Like,
I won't do it.
can I just get off? Can I like just avoid him? Can I just X him out of the whole thing? Like,
I mean,
pretend he's not even playing in the golf tournament.
only if he's like super chalk and you just don't want to do it. But no, I love it. I love Keegan. I'm here for it. I'm here. I'm in. I'm not talking off of him.
What about
And
KH Lee?
KH, I'm kind of popping. He's kind of popping too. I like Keegan more, but KH is kind of popping. I'm here for it. I don't have a lot of questions on those guys. All right,
Okay.
I do have questions though. You ready? Let's move quickly here.
Yeah.
You think Billy Ho got himself fixed up after his start to the year? Because like he's a guy who's got a really strong track record here. But I mean, he's been kind of busted, right? Like came out the Tournament of Champions, was terrible, finished 30th. Stayed for the Sony when he said he was going to go back home and get fixed up. Missed the cut at the Sony. What do we think about Billy Ho? You think he got it figured out? You interested?
I'm so we talk about this a lot on the show. Like when you're looking at putting your lineup together and you have the stats and all that kind of stuff in front of you, and you keep glossing over one or two guys
Mhm.
always. You don't want to click their names and put them into your lineup.
Mhm.
Billy Ho for me is that guy this week. I just keep like I kept
Just
in my
mention why.
research, I kept passing over him, not wanting to click him.
Yeah.
But I feel like we should click him.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
feel like we should click him this
I'm
week.
not there. I'm not there yet.
I am there. I want to click him, and I don't. You have to like for us because we're Bulldogs DB, and he's a big Gator. He's like an over
Yeah, yeah.
excited Gator fan.
Yeah.
He does too much Gator stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And we need him. Like we probably do too much Bulldog stuff, maybe. But
Nah.
we have reason for that. We've won back-to-back national
Right.
titles in football.
Yeah.
But either way, I think you got to click on Horschel this week. I like him.
All right, I have a lot of questions here. I want to just throw them out here, and I'll just throw a bunch of names and questions, and you just stick on the ones. You just tell me the ones you like, Pat. You ready?
Okay.
Are people finally ready to give up on Webb Simpson? Because I've been saying it for forever. I get people in the chat. I get people in the nut. Oh, I'm ready to play Webb. And I'm like, I wouldn't play Webb. What does Webb keep doing? He keeps sucking. And I know we're gonna get it again this week because Webb's got a good record here. He's a winner here. He's a guy. He loves Scottsdale. No, Webb is done. Question, and I already mentioned this guy, but is Brian Harmon gonna take the mantle as the new Waste Management Webb? Short knocker, maybe kind of a dog in there a little bit, wait to come out, could get a
I don't.
dub. Is that happening? I don't know. It's just a question. Are we?
I don't think Harmon is taking the mantle from anybody. He can't
He might
even
start.
reach. He can't even reach the mantle.
He might start this week.
Okay.
Are we ready to see Kurt Kitayama at 20% owned at 7K? Because I think that could happen. I think he's going to be super popular at his price. I love the dude. I bet him this morning at like 180 to 1 on DraftKings. Love the dude, but he's 7K even. Great course fit here. Far better course fit than Pebble. I think he could get up to 20%.
I agree.
Does Joel just have too much? Joel Damon, does he just have too much fun at TPC Scottsdale? He lives in Scottsdale. He's going to have all his family, friends, the member buddies that he's got at his local club out there. This could be a good spot for him, but does he just have too much fun? Is that something we want to know? I have in here, does Brendan Todd stay hot? Adam Hadwin, what's his ceiling here? That's another question I have. Like, he's got a really good record here, just making some cuts. It seems like the floor is high. But what do we think Adam Hadwin's true ceiling is? And finally, what about Keith Mitchell? Because he checks a lot of boxes. He's played well here, but he's coming over from a late day today, Pebble Beach, getting over a little later. Had to deal with all the crappy weather and the delays and the bullshit at Pebble. He's probably jealous of all the people that got to withdraw and get out of there early. So those are some questions I have in the 7K range.
That's a lot of damn questions. Am I supposed to answer every single one of
No.
those?
No, I'm saying, like, based on all those, like, any of them stand out to you?
Joel Damon stands out to me because you talked like, and here's what the first thought was. Like, why do we not talk? Like, we always, when we get to Sea Island, we talk about the Sea Island Mafia. Why do we not
Oh, the
talk about?
Scots. Oh, yeah.
Because there's just as many players that are in this area,
Huge Scottsdale Mafia.
but we never talk about that. But I don't think.
Maybe somebody should do some investigation on that, because maybe they're not as tight. Like, maybe there's some like Bloods and the Crips thing going on in Scottsdale. In
I don't
Seattle,
know.
everybody's chummy, except for with Hudson Swafford now.
I think you could put the have too much fun narrative on anybody this week, especially when the Super Bowl is going on. It's like, I mean, it's extra this week with everything they got going on here. So I don't know if that's a big deal. Who else? There was somebody else you talked about that was interesting to me.
I said, does Todd stay hot? Adam Hadwin ceiling, like, what is it? Keith Mitchell, the late Pebble Beach situation. Webb, Kurt Kitayama.
Kitayama was one I did want to talk about. Like, I know he kind of faltered at the end last weekend, but I didn't even think that was a great course fit for him.
That's what I'm saying.
Pebble wasn't. Maybe some of the others, but
this is
a week for Kitayama, and I still think he's got confidence.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah,
like, I actually think Kitayama has the chops to win this week.
I agree. I don't think he's not going to be 20% owned though, is he?
Dude, he might be at 7K. He's cheap. He is cheap. He could get to 7K. What was he? I mean, 20% might be a little much, but
if ownership comes out,
Pebble, like, that's not. Pebble's terrible for him. He was 10.
What are you gonna do when ownership comes out and what if he was like 9%?
Oh my god, I'll be triple the weight if he's 9%, guarantee. I'll have him in 30% of my lineups.
Same.
A lot of people in the chat talking about Higgs, but Higgs ain't here, which is a crying shame that the Thunderbirds didn't give my man Harry Higgs a sponsors exemption. It's crazy. That's really sad. They should have done that. All right, we got to get to the 6K range, Pat, because this show's going to last too long. Before we get to the 6K, we're going to do the 6K draft. Don't forget, drop in the comments how many rounds of golf you're getting in this year. Support our friends at Front 9 Coffee, front9coffee.com, promo code TJ10. And look in the description and download the Leaderboard app. Try it out the next time you go play golf. It's a lot of fun. You can set up the gambling games. It takes care of all that for you on the course. Super easy. Then it'll help you settle up on Venmo. It'll also keep track of your GIN. It's got a tie to the USGA if you've got a GIN number. So check that out. And don't forget the Masters contest, 5-star review and written review on Apple and or Spotify podcasts. All right, 6K range, Pat. We crushed it last week, as I mentioned. Don't know that we can do better this week, but we're going to give it a shot. Last week, I believe I let you start, so I am going to start this week. And I'm actually going to go low. You ready for this?
Okay.
Get low. Tamika, or whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong song. Maybe was that a P. Pablo song? When he starts naming all the girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
John Kissler's in the chat. He'll tell me. What's the song where he starts naming all the ladies? Anyway, I'm going Grayson Sig. 6,400. That is criminal for how good G Sig has been playing. I'm very happy to play that. I will have a lot of G Sig in tournaments if with that price tag. So I'm here for G Sig at 64. That gives us, not that we're in any sort of salary restriction, but I love it.
Okay. I'm gonna go at 6,600.
Freak League. That's it. Freak League. Sorry.
To Steven Yeager.
Why?
Because he's making a lot of cuts.
I can't figure out Yeager. I don't feel
cuts.
like I even know Yeager. Who is Yeager? I don't even feel like I know him. I feel like I don't know him.
Well, he makes a good shot. But Steven Yeager is, you look at it, I mean, he is great scrambler, good at bogey avoidance. He's going to check a box off the tee. He's, T62 here last year, but he's made a lot of cuts in a row. I think 4 or 5 cuts in a row.
Yeah. He feels like he's turned up a little bit. I will give you that. I can't figure out what it
is.
is.
This is the cuts that he's making. If you're taking 6K guys and you're taking flyers in a field like this, I want a guy that's going to make a cut.
Jaeger is the can't put my finger on you play of the week. I don't even know. I don't know what it is that you do, who you work for, what it's like you're the boss of some company and you walk in the door and you see an employee and you're like, "What, do you work here?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been here 4 years." Like, "What do you do here?" He's like, "Oh, I do this and that." "Really? We pay you?" "Yeah. I was at your
He's
Christmas
like
party.
the Kramer.
I was at your Christmas party last year and when your wife did this and you drank yourself into a coma and never seen you before in my life, pal." That's what I feel about with Jaeger. I just don't even know. But okay. I'll take it. I got to go up top now. I'm going to go with Stallings. Like, he's just too consistent right now. He's hitting it well. We know he's hitting it well. He just can't put 4 together. Like, he just had the bad, the bad round 3, and I know the weather was what it is and kind of held on, but the round 3 at Pebble kind of did the same thing at the Century. He started out hot and then kind of had a bad round 2. He just can't get it together, but I like Stallings a good bit here.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't go Sam Ryder at 6,800.
I have Ryder written down.
I mean, why would we not go Sam Ryder coming off a T4? I know he missed 3 cuts before that, but this guy has a great history here. I don't think he's, as far as I can see, he has not missed a cut here with the top 25 last week. So Sam Ryder, 6,800, we got to go there.
Dude, I got 3 names I like. 3 more names that I like. I only have 1 pick. This is tough. I got one cheapie. I got a cheapie. Maybe I'll save him. You know what? I'm going to save him. I'm going to save him for the betting show. So if you want to know who the real cheap dog is down here that DB's digging, you got to watch the betting show. But he's a cheap play. Actually, let me see. Is he cheaper than? Yeah, he's cheaper than Sig. But I'm going to go. This one might make you uncomfortable, Pat. This might make you squirm a little bit. I said you don't have to putt well to win here. You don't have to putt well to play here. Ball striking, bombing. You know who does that? Luke List does that.
Oh, I knew you were going to go there. Damn, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Tons of upside with Luke in the 6K range. Or he will literally make you throw your phone on Friday afternoon. If you're looking to throw your phone at one of your kids, Luke List can get you there. Or if you're looking to win a lot of money on Sunday, he can also get you there.
Golly, you screwed me on that one. Why do I keep wanting to look at Martin Laird? Why?
I mean, there's other names in here I like a lot more than him, but I mean, he's not terrible.
You know who really I think I just feel better about from a stat standpoint is Callum Tarrant.
Oh,
6,700.
Yeah. I love me some Callum Tarrant.
I think it's time to get back on to Callum.
He
hasn't played here, but you look at the stats; they really check out for this tournament. He's made his last 2 cuts: T25 at the Farmers, T65 last week at Pebble Beach. I think Tarrant is a good play this week. 6,700.
I like Callum. So there's the lineup: G. Sig, Stefan Jaeger, Scott Stallings, Sam Ryder, Luke List, Callum Tarrant. Now, we are not advising you enter this lineup into any contest. This is just our way of giving you our favorite plays in the 6K range. Use it how you want. Last week, we were hot. Let's see what happens this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Check out the betting show. We're going to have a lot of fun on the betting show with some NFL fun bets, some let them hang predictions. We're going to do some fun stuff there. Our outright topics, some top 20s, more discussion about the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Let's have a great week. May your screens be green. See ya.